of the arm is basically connected to this LVDT. Okay, LVDT, and this LVDT is calibrated with this cantilever, which is a weight, and as you put some weight inside this, the internal core of the LVDT will shape. So, in brief, I want to say one of the forearms of a bridge is variable. One of the forearms of the bridge is variable, and this fourth arm is basically LVDT, whose output changes as you put some weight inside this cantilever, inside this weight holding mechanism. See that? So it is a standard value here. So it is showing like this some value, and you have some weights which you can put it here. Okay. So you can see that it is when it is under some standard condition. So it is showing some value 69.3 millivolt. Okay. And you put some weight, it is altered to upper scale of 69 to 0.563 volt. Earlier it is millivolt. Okay. So means the arm, the fourth arm, which is actually a variable resistor LVDT, is used to find the weight. We already have calibrated this voltage in terms of weight. It is calibrated, it is already having multiple of weight, which we can connect to the value of weight with the calibration value of voltage. Okay. So this is one of the simple example to find the unknown value of weight. Okay, by simply relating it to the output voltage which is generated from unbalancing of the bridge which earlier was balanced. Okay. So that's all about the application of AC bridge. So you can ask if you have any kind of question.
Are there any questions? Clarifications? I have a few announcements. First is, all the participants have to come on time. We cannot have people coming half an hour after the lecture starts. You are being all given the timetable. The lecture starts at 9:30. Please ensure that you are on time. That's one thing. Second is the part with respect to the bridges. Okay. I will ask a few questions, a few points which you can think about. Okay. Tell me or find out why is it that in a Wheatstone bridge you get a perfect null balance, whereas in all these AC bridges you do not get a perfect balance. Please note down the question, find out why is it that your balance is never perfect in an AC bridge. Yeah. See this, in our course we have some experiments which you will not be aware of. There are some experiments which you may be doing. AC bridge belong to that category. It's certainly possible that you do it as a part of your course. So in all this, where you are already having some familiarity, you should be asking a different type of questions. Tomorrow, this whole thing is for teaching, training for teachers. So a student can ask, why is it that I am not getting a balance problem? Second question, why is the balance condition different for all the three bridges? Why is it that in some cases I will be able to get a very small voltage, whereas in some other bridge I will not get a proper, very broad, able to locate the null condition very precisely. That raises another question. If suppose I have to determine the capacitance, and I am given the choice of all the three bridges, or all the two of the bridges, which is the bridge I will use? that brings to the question of if I have a capacitor and I have the de Sauty bridge or the Maxwell de Sauty bridge, which is it that I will use? Right? So please, you also, your all teachers or aspiring teachers, please also ask these questions. Another question. He said you use 5 kilohertz as the operating frequency. What happens if I use 10 kilohertz? What happens if I use 1 kilohertz? You can ask this question. He said we use a digital multimeter to get a balanced condition. What happens if I use a headphone? Will I get a better balancing condition or will I be able to determine the component, value of the component better? Okay. Now, another question. What happens if I have a digital multimeter which is very precise digital multimeter? Right? Not the 800 rupee version. What happens if I increase, or does it pay to increase the sensitivity of the digital multimeter that I use to detect the null point? Okay. So even listening to his presentation, I got all these questions. I have written out. So I want all the participants to generate questions. Not that we know the answer. All the questions they have asked, I do not know the answer. I will find out. I am not asking this question because I know the answer. But I know they are meaningful questions. They are not stupid questions. Right? So this is the part. We need to have the participants to be interactive, ask questions, interact. You are doing it. I am not saying you are not doing it. But please try to make the best. Okay? So remember that what is missing. The question which I said is not about how to do the experiment, but why it is done in a particular way. The whys are more important than the hows. That was what I said in the inaugural lecture. So because this is the point the student will ask you, why are you doing like this? Right? So we should have an answer, or we should have a sensible answer for that. So please generate questions, note down, jot down somewhere, and it is important that you, because all our speakers make a lot of effort to prepare the lectures and so on. You also should make an effort to assimilate or make it more meaningful. Okay? So that's all the 2 points I want to make. The point number 1 is all the people have to report at the correct time. Because they are all stationed here only. You are not coming from far off places. So that is very important. Okay, that's all. Okay. So we break now. Meanwhile, I should introduce, we have a new resource, not new, very experienced resource person, Professor R.K. Dwivedi from Christchurch College. Yesterday you could not be here, so today you will get 2 lectures, right, in the morning. So after the break?
Yes, so you have to get the paper outside, and we have some problem with EPS, although it is new, they have got.
See, this is why I
ask them to
get
a direct connection, so that you know.
Yeah. Whether I have learned physics from Professor R.S. or not is another matter. But one thing I have learned is we have to be punctual. Okay.
Yes. So regarding that, you know,
not
just
very accurate.
recognize our vehicle. Recognize our vehicle. There will be interest for Department of Physics again over that in the form, and the timings are given in your registration kit. Okay, in the morning, and to just maintain the timing, will be over before here, starting the lecture. So please maintain the timing, because otherwise, if you don't come by this vehicle, then you have to wait for another process. So that is not very easy to So other than we don't have this projector thing, we have So what I asked them that they can have a direct connection instead of it is not different.
Okay, let's do one thing. Let's get one small.
I have worked out trying to, look at the APS. I said no APS, keep the direct.
So what I'm saying is just get a laptop APS for us. So in between, just port it via our laptop APS.